Hey guys, Johnny Awesome here again for a third OU battle. Up just happened maybe an hour or two ago. This is another battle against Justin Van Syke. I got his name right this time. And yeah, he's using a Sandstorm team while I'm just going with a pretty well balanced team. um, if you like the video, give it a like. If you'd like to subscribe, be my guest. Make sure you check us out on PkmnGTB, our Facebook page. And yeah, leave some comments, show some love, guys, and let's get this battle going. Alright, so I decided to lead off with my Infernape, figuring that my Infernape is probably the best lead He's the lead that I go with the most often. And Justin goes out with his Hippowdon. I know Infernape would get one hit KO'd by his Earthquake, so I go ahead and swap out and go to my Sableye. So, predicting Justin's offense, I go with Earthquake, and Sableye handles this pretty well, but still does a good chunk of damage from the Earthquake and the Sandstorm. But you see the leftovers helps out there. So I go with Will-O-Wisp to go ahead and get the residual burn damage on this Hippowdon, as well as cutting its attack in half. So I know Sableye can at least handle 2 or 3 more of those. So Justin goes with Earthquake again. And I decide to go ahead and recover with my Sableye this time, while the burn takes effect. So yeah, Sableye uses recover, and Justin goes into another Earthquake with his Hippowdon. At this point, I was beginning to think it was a Choice Band, but I soon come to find out that later on it's not, and that soon is actually the next turn. So anyways, my Hippowdon's taking a crucial burn damage, and practically my Sableye is just stalling it out right now. So at this point I figure he's going to go with Earthquake again, and I can bring in my defensive Starmie to go ahead and just KO it. But he goes with the Yawn, forcing me to switch. So I go ahead and swap from my Starmie to Ferrothorn. Here we go again, guys. Thinking that I get a chance to go ahead and set up my hazards now, and he's going to go ahead and use a Slack Off. But I was wrong. He predicted my switch and goes for the Yawn again. So I'm forced to swap out one more time. He swaps out to his Tyranitar, and I swap out to my Starmie this time. Yep. Let it catch up a minute. Swapped out the Tyranitar, and I swapped out to my Starmie. So I knew he would predict a water type move, and he would go ahead and send out his Gastrodon. So I go ahead and use my, I guess, my prediction skill, and go ahead and go with the safer Psyshock move. And since it's the second turn, or since Starmie moves second, he gets the Analectic boost. And that's a pretty good play on my part right there. So yeah, it does a good chunk out of its defensive Gastrodon here. So he predicts me to stay in and goes with his Hidden Power, I believe. But I go to my Ferrothorn, and pretty much from here I just start getting the momentum back from the battle. So yeah, Gastrodon uses Hidden Power. It's Hidden Power Dark, so it doesn't do much damage to Ferrothorn. But, I mean, it would have killed dang Starmie if I would have stayed in. So yeah, Ferrothorn eats it up, and hold on, where are we at? Okay, so his Gastrodon uses Ice Beam here, and I know pretty much no matter what, I have the upper hand right here, so I go ahead and setting up my spikes. So now here, to prevent me from setting up my spikes, he decides to go ahead and swap into his Heatran. And pretty much from here, it just is a swap battle, like just swap after swap after swap after swap. So yeah, he sends out his Heatran, and I knew he would swap out there so he wouldn't get hit the Power Whip. So I'll go ahead and take advantage and set up my second layer of spikes here. I refuse to let my Ferrothorn get one-hit KO'd by either Flamethrower, Fire Blast, or Magma Storm. So I swap out from my Ferrothorn to my Starmie, as his Heatran uses Magma Storm. So Heatran gets a critical hit on Starmie here, and Starmie is trapped into the Magma Storm, as you see. Buffeted by Sandstorm, recovers with leftovers, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. And yeah, like I said, hurt by Magma Storm, whatever. Swaps out his Heatran to his Squishy. I knew he would. So I go ahead and use Side Shock. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, I use Recover here as he swaps out to his. I'm losing my train of thought. As he swaps out to his Gastrodon, my Starmie uses Recover. And I believe his Gastrodon uses Recover here, if I'm correct. Let's see. Okay, I swapped my Pharaoh as his Gastrodon uses Recover. Okay, so we're back up to speed. He swaps out to his Heatran as I use Leech Seed, trying to just wean down whatever. I figured he wouldn't swap into his Ferrothorn here, so pretty good option here. And once again, I'm not letting my Ferrothorn get one-hit KO'd right now, so I go ahead and swap back to Starmie, which I was thinking that Hydreigon would have been a better choice at this point, but I still felt like I should go ahead and scare him out from Heatran and go back into his Squishy. So yeah, I send out my Starmie. His Heatran uses Earth Power, and he swaps out to his Ferrothorn here as I go for the Scald, just knowing that he would pretty much predict that I would be using the same moves as I had been using in my prediction. And luckily enough, I get the burn here to cripple his Ferrothorn. So I go ahead and swap out my Sableye here, as his Ferrothorn uses Leech Seed. Gotta love that crippled attack right there. Gotta love it. So yeah, I send out my Sableye. His Ferrothorn uses Leech Seed. I don't know why I chose to do this right here, but I command my Sableye to use Foul Play. I knew that I would get hit by the, what do you call it, Iron Barb's ability, but I just kind of wanted to see how much it would do here. Probably not the best move on my part, considering Sableye is getting raped with this Leech Seed. And here he commands his Ferrothorn to use Gyro Ball. I go ahead and, well, right here he predicts me to go ahead and use Recover, and he was right. So Sableye uses Recover, and he has a safe chance to use his Curse ability, or Curse move, to raise his stats and to have Gyro Ball hit better. Now, I kind of thought that he would start anticipating a switch on my part, so I decided to go ahead and go with Taunt, but here he decided to just go ahead and try to use Curse again, and the Taunt doesn't let it do it, so I don't know. I thought he was going to start setting up hazards here. So I guess that was another pretty good move on my part. So yeah, I'm getting tired of these Leech Seeds stuck in my, what do you call it, Sableye Drive, its HP, by this Vampiric Ferrothorn. And I decided to go ahead and swap to my own Ferrothorn. Any day now. I think this is the longest part of the battle with all these frickin' HP reducing and gaining items and everything going on right here. Okay, so yeah, I send out my Ferrothorn, assuming that he would start getting offensive with his own Ferrothorn, and knowing that I can go ahead and start dealing more damage to him on top of the burn with my own Iron Barb's ability. I always hate it when people use Ferrothorns against me. I love using it myself, but hate fighting it. So he sends out his Tyranitar here, as I go for the Power Whip, predicting his, I go for Spikes here. Yeah, Spikes. Making that my third layer of Spikes, as he commands his Tyranitar to use Dragon Dance. Ferrothorn goes for the Leech Seed. And on to the next round. Okay. So Tyranitar uses Dragon Dance again. And now Ferrothorn uses Power Whip. And unfortunately I miss. Tyranitar goes for Ice Punch as I go for the Power Whip one more time, trying to KO this frickin' thing. And Power Whip misses again. Oh, shit. Sorry guys, I did not know I could do that. So yeah, his Tyranitar is getting stuck with the Leech Seed. Ferrothorn's gaining his HP back. His Tyranitar uses Dragon Dance again, thinking that my Ferrothorn is going to miss his attack again. So I take a chance to go with Power Whip again, and it hits this time, finally, and KOs his Tyranitar. Justin sends out his Heatran, forcing me to swap to my Starmie again. And he commands his Heatran to use Magma Storm. Again, he predicts me to go ahead and go for the Water type move. And I see through his prediction and decide to go for Psyshock. After all this good stuff happens. Oh wait, okay, sorry. I use Recover again. Magma Storm, blah blah blah. Buffalo by Sandstorm. Leftovers, Magma Storm. Yeah. You guys have got to be getting tired of all these phone videos. Yeah. So he switches to his Gastrodon, predicting that I would go for the Scald again. But again, he predicts wrong, and I go for the Psyshock. And here I get the Analytic boost again, as well as a critical hit. And really screw up his Gastrodon here, making his team wide open to Starmie's high offensive water type moves and blah blah blah. So I go with Psyshock again and KO his second Pokemon. Here I believe he goes with into his Ferrothorn. Yeah. Justin goes into his Ferrothorn, and I swap out to my Infernape. Ooh, I love these hazards. They're really doing a number on his team. Yeah, I know you like that. Drunken Monk. Ferrothorn uses Power Whip. And I decide to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks just to go ahead and increase them hazards even more. Yep, finally. Like I said, stealth rocks. Leech seed. Oh yeah, okay. Damn leech seed. I can't be a hypocrite about it though. Okay. So I think I misclick right here and hit earthquake instead of fire punch. After all this crap goes on again with all this recovering stuff, everything like that. Again, taking up most of the video. Yeah, so I misclick and go with earthquake. And Ferrothorn uses gyro ball. Infernape uses U-turn here, KOs his Ferrothorn, making that his second Pokemon down. Now I know he's still got a Mammoth Swine here, as well as his Hippowdon, and crap, what's the other one? And his Heatran. So I go into my Hydreigon here, and hopes of getting him to lure out his Mammoth Swine and use Ice Shard here. And he takes the bait. So I switch out to my Ferrothorn. Yeah, Ferrothorn. Mammoth Swine uses Ice Shard. And everything went according to plan. Swaps out Mammoth Swine into his Heatran here, as Rosie uses Leech Seed. I swap out to my Starmie here, as he readies his Heatran for a Magma Miss. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, he sets his Heatran up for a Magma Storm. And it misses. Obviously, by my lame joke. And this is where Starmie goes for a sweep here. Any day now. Starmie uses Scald. KOs what's left of his Heatran. Sends out his Hippowdon. Hippowdon gets raped by his hazards on his side of the field. Use Scald again. KO his 5th Pokemon. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least this one was a little bit shorter than the last 40-something turn battle that I had against Josh. But yeah, Starmie's is called again. Takes out his Mammoth Swine for the win. That was a good game, Justin. That was a lot of fun. Kept me on my toes. Pretty much, yeah, good practice for our upcoming tournament here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this team or not. But yeah, like I said, good game, bro. Check out Justin's YouTube channel. I will leave the link again in my description. And yeah, once again, check us out on Facebook, PkmnGTB. We have an upcoming tournament coming, trying to get as many of you guys to go ahead and participate as we can. I really look forward to seeing you guys take part in this. Again, this is Johnny Awesome. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you'd like, request a battle with me, and I'll see what I can do. Later, guys.